Hi, this is Anis from Never Stop Trucking. In this video, we will talk about 15 tips for a new or aspiring truck dispatcher. So let's start with those tips right now. The first tip that I have for you, if you are about to learn dispatching or start a dispatching career, is to learn the basics of trucking. So you're not going to be a successful dispatcher unless you learn the basics, such as useful phrases, um, terms that truckers and dispatchers use, and also maybe even parts of the trucks, of the trailers, where is everything, at least the main parts. So you have to understand the basic parts of trucking industry, including also regulations. I suggest FMCSA's website. I will add some links here for some of these tips. So I will point you to where you can learn more about trucking phrases, some of my videos, and some websites. So once you have an understanding about trucking, that will help you with the next step, and that's to familiarize yourself with the routes and geography. You're not going to be a successful dispatcher unless you know the geography of United States if you're working for United States markets only. So you have to learn where all the states are, where all the main cities, main routes, freeways, how the highway network is organized, which highways go in through which states, also some of the areas, and I also have videos about that talk about specific market areas in the trucking industry. So make sure you learn your maps, where all the states are, where all the regions are, main cities, main hubs, and highways. The next thing is communication skills. Uh, Communication skills, some people naturally know how to communicate better. They know naturally how to speak to others. So in our case, we are kind of like salesmen, not to that extent, but you have to be able to talk to brokers, to negotiate loads. You have to be able to talk to drivers, to know how to talk to everyone, to respect everyone, but stay firm. You don't want to come out and sound weak and inferior. You have to maintain your dignity. At the same time, you have to respect the others. So, in my opinion, is just be natural, as if you are talking to someone, to maybe a friend that you respect. Not a friend that you hang out with every day, but maybe someone like from your family or from your circle that's maybe older than you, has more experience, that you respect, but you feel comfortable around them. So if you give out that vibe, I think you should be doing okay. Also, you have to familiarize yourself with technology, how the GPS software works, how tracking drivers work, what are TMS softwares, truck management softwares, what are the best ones, what are the ones that are being used mostly. Of course, you don't have access to them unless you pay for subscription. But on Google, you can find some TMS softwares. Also on YouTube, you can find some tutorials, and those will help you just to kind of learn how they work, what do they look like, and if down the road maybe you need one of them, then you will know which one you're about to get. And just to have an idea, like if someone is mentioning something, like a broker or a customer, a driver, that at least you know what they are talking about. Next thing is you have to learn how to prioritize your work. So what I mean is that there is always a priority. You have to learn what the most important thing is at in the current situation, at a certain time of the day at a certain point of your workday. For example, if you have drivers that need load tomorrow and you have drivers that need loads today, then of course your priority will be to focus more on the drivers that are empty today or that need a load today. But then also don't forget to look for drivers that need a load tomorrow. So you have to, kind of maybe give 80% of your attention to drivers that need load today, and then 20% of the attention that need a load tomorrow. Also, let's say you have a driver that's waiting for a load at home, and you have a driver that's empty waiting for a load someplace else, not at home. They're at their delivery, they're empty, they need a load. So the driver that's at delivery maybe should get more time. They both need loads, but you kind of have to determine like which one is a bigger priority. And then also, let's say you have to do paperwork, you have to do some invoices and pay some bills. So in the morning you should look for loads. That's your priority. And then as the time goes, further into the day, like around noon or in the afternoon, if you already covered your trucks and you see that there is really nothing coming out, and then you can kind of think about doing your paperwork. Also, organizing is a big part. Organize yourself, organize your day, organize your desk, make sure there is no clutter, make sure that you have easy access, for example, files and folders on your computer. Make a folder for your dispatching company, a different folder for drivers, for their information, for invoices, for taxes, for permits, so they're easily accessible. Also, if you print them out, you'll keep them in your locker, make sure they're organized, and that on your desk there is not much clutter, that you have you have access to your phone, your cell phone, your pen and paper. I know these are like small things, but it helps during the day. And then next tip is develop relationship with drivers. When I say that, I don't mean you have to be like overly friendly. They don't have to be your friends, but also make sure you listen to them. Some drivers like to talk about their private lives. Some of them are open, so I always listen to them. And maybe if I have some kind of a comment or advice, I would carefully do that. But then at the same time, remember that you have to look for other loads. You can't be on your phone for 10, 20 minutes or even longer discussing someone else's private matters, but you have work to do, you have other trucks to cover. So you have to find a balance, okay? You have to show them that you're there for them, you are their friend, but then also you work for them, or they work for you. It depends, like if this is like if you have your own authority, or if you're an independent dispatcher, you are, in most cases, you're kind of like partners, okay? You help them, they help you, so you kind of have to balance that relationship and keep it between business and friendly. A business relationship, in my opinion, is the priority. That's most important. Like, hey, let's find you a load. Do you like this load? Why don't you want to go over there? Hey, are you late? Are you going to be there on time? Things like that. And then once all of that is settled, then, we can be like, hey, how's your day going? Hey, is your dad still sick? How is he doing? Things like that. But I wouldn't do it too much. If you do it too much, then it kind of gets personal. Whatever happens down the road, it gets personal. In my opinion, business relationship should be first, and then some kind of a friendly relationship, but with some limits and borders. Okay. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is being prepared to respond quickly if there is an emergency with the driver. Something is wrong, the load is cancelled, there is no pickup number, driver is going to be late, driver broke down, driver was in an accident, something like that. You have to be ready at all times to answer those calls and to help the driver. So we are not working 24 hours. We have our hours of service, of course, like anyone else does, but we also have to be prepared for that emergency call in the middle of night, on a weekend, on a holiday. If you're on vacation, it's what it is. And you have to be prepared to help them. For example, if they need a service, you have to know where to look for a truck service. You have to have bookmarked your websites that help find trucking repair shops, mobile services, tire shops, things like that. So you have them bookmarked on your laptop that you take with you if you go someplace, for a few days, or on your phone if you're outside of your office, outside of your home. You have to have all that on your phone, access to your email, access to all the rate confirmations that you booked a load. An easy way is to upload them on Google Drive as you book loads. You can even connect your computer to Google Drive and keep everything that you have, like legal documents for your company, permits, access to driver's permits and driver information, the rate confirmations. Everything can be in Google Drive. It can be synced to Google Drive. So anytime when you book a load or save a document in that folder, it will automatically, and it's very easy. There are tutorials on YouTube how to do that, and it just automatically syncs to Google Drive. So if you're away, you have access to Google Drive on your phone, and you're ready. So if they call you and they say, "Hey, this I'm at delivery and there is no pickup number," so now you can go to Google Drive or your email and find that rate confirmation and see the broker's information and call the broker right away. So be prepared. That will save you a lot of time and headaches, and it will make you look more professional. All right. And then learning, you always have to learn about new things. Don't, like, I still learn. I read a lot, look at other videos, I talk to people. You have to continuously be learning about new systems, new ways to book loads, new routes, new brokers, new shippers, anything that will help you in the future. Another thing is attention to detail. Make sure that you always, like, for example, if you book a load and you get a rate confirmation, make sure you read that rate confirmation with the times, with the addresses, the rate confirmation, other notes if they have about detention, the truck order not used, anything like that. So always make sure you pay attention to these small details in anything you do. Next thing is to build a network. Build a network with customers, with brokers, with drivers. So that will help a lot down the road. We use, for example, we use GChat on Gmail a lot. Whenever we book a new load with a new broker and we see that they're outgoing, they want to help, or you book multiple loads, we ask them usually, "Hey, do you have GChat? Can we connect?" And then we can, if we see a load from that broker, we can always just send them a message. It's much easier and more effective to do it that way. And then learn how to plan your loads, how to consider different factors, like when the driver is going to be at delivery, when can they pick up the next load. Always know your driver, like what kind of loads they like, what kind of loads they don't like. Can they make it? Did they tell you they have an appointment, they have to be home at a certain time? So you always have to learn that. The last thing is always be positive. If you are pessimistic and always negative and you think like, hey, when is the market going to pick up? I can't find a load, I can't find new drivers, then it's gonna make you depressed and make you even more pessimistic, and that will be noticeable to your customers, to brokers you're working with, to your drivers. If you're a negative person, if you have negative opinions, negative forecasts for future, I guess you should stay positive. We've been in this kind of market for 2 years now, and we just have to stay positive. If we think that everything is going down, everyone is just going to shut everything down, there is no money to make, then I don't think we can make it for another year or so. And I think it will take several months, maybe even longer, until we see something happening to truck markets. Thanks for watching. This is Anis from Never Stop Trucking, and I'll see you guys around.